Well, I guess the next step then is to look at the counter-offer. Are you planning to do that at some point?
No, you've got to be very clear. My role as the mayor, and it's very clear that all mayors and politicians are not at the negotiating table. We don't direct negotiations. What we do is we set the mandate. We set the 17.5%, we set the 5-year, and then we get out of the way. And what I'm worried about is there's been this real political undertone to this strike. Opposition councillors have been calling for a review of the mandate, possibly increasing the amount that all the other municipalities have been agreeing to. And I don't think that's healthy. It's not helping get us to a resolution.
As the mayor, though, as you said yourself, this is becoming political. If, as the mayor, you can use your position to set a deal, to find an agreement, and a part of that means helping the two sides get a mediator, don't you think that's something that you would be interested in doing?
Well, I certainly believe that a strike should be about wages and benefits. It should not be about...
Wages and benefits are basically hammered out now. I thought it's the little things like job security and whistleblower status. That's what needs to be worked out.
Benefits,
so if those are the small things that need to be worked out, get Vince Reddy in and get him to deal with it. That's what he knows how to do. Isn't that something that you can do as the mayor of Vancouver?
These are issues that if the union wants a mediator, remember we had a mediator.
They asked for a mediator yesterday.
Yeah.
Barry O'Neill was speaking about asking for a mediator.
Exactly. And that should go to the negotiating table. I do not negotiate. I do not direct negotiations. And I do believe that a campaign or a strike should not be about the next election. It's not healthy for democracy to have this political undertone.
If, in your role as mayor, you have the power to say, let's get this strike over with, are you willing to step in and do that? Because you haven't yet.
First of all, you've got to be clear. And there's a definite campaign of misunderstanding that the mayor directs negotiation, that the mayor sits at the table. It's not true. No mayors do that. No councillors do that, nor should they. Political interference is causing the problem. Political interference and political micromanaging needs to be, we need to get beyond that. And we need to let the negotiators do their negotiation. And that's what we need to do. And I'm convinced
even if that means that we could be stuck in a strike for the next 6 to 8 months?
I believe that political interference has delayed this strike and will continue to. If we can get out of the way and look at what it was achieved in North Vancouver, what was achieved in other municipalities that had no political interference. We need to not negotiate by the media. We need to not negotiate in the public. And remember, politicians should not be interfering in the process. And that is one of the problems with the Vancouver situation right now.
Okay, I just have one last question for you, Mayor Sullivan. I think the heat is going to get hotter in September when parents who've paid for their kids to play hockey and soccer and all of that sort of stuff, they're going to want, you're going to get a lot of angry parents come September, and that's in a week's time. Is there a sense of urgency to try and get this solved before that? And are you going to reimburse them the money?
Very much. There's incredible urgencies. We've got daycares, kids, sports, and everything. But what everybody should ask is, why is the North Vancouver deal acceptable and able to bring down pickets North Vancouver and prevent pickets in other cities, and for some reason not acceptable in Vancouver? That's the big question people have to ask.
All right, Mayor Sullivan, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you.
A group of residents in Kelowna is dealing with a problem similar to what residents are dealing with now in Vancouver, how to store their garbage. Tons of trash have been